Good evening, you're watching Estuary News. I'm Luke Adams. In the headlines tonight, a man dies following a crash in North Lincolnshire, £40 million lost in business during the Northern Rail crisis, and the future of Hull's RSPCA. And later in tonight's programme, I'll be talking to Jen Atkin about her hopes on becoming Miss England. Before that, the Mayor of North Lincolnshire on the county's Community Champion Awards. But first tonight, a man has died after a crash in North Lincolnshire in the early hours of this morning. The incident happened on the A180 next to Croxton when a Mercedes Sprinter van collided with a parked HGV. The Mercedes van set fire and the driver died at the scene. A new report by the Northern Powerhouse Partnership claims nearly £40 million was lost in business due to the train disruption caused by Northern Rail. The report indicates that up to £1 million was lost per day at the height of the disruption, with 1 million hours of lost time from commuting, work and leisure on Northern train services. Thousands of passengers have applied for compensation from Northern, who made the first payouts last week. 75% of cancelled services were resumed yesterday, with the remaining proportion of trains to be reinstated in September. There are plans to build new homes in Scunthorpe. The social housing provider Ongo has submitted plans that would see 32 homes built on Rowland Park. The development would include 18 2-bed, 11 3-bed and 3 4-bed homes. It comes as part of a project between Ongo and the local authority to build more than 200 new affordable homes in the county. Extra protection is to be given to thousands of puffins and other seabirds along parts of the Yorkshire coastline. The Flamborough Head and Filey Coast Special Protection Area is being extended to more than 7,600 hectares, which will give 250,000 breeding birds a safe space. The Environment Minister says the extra protection will help precious wildlife to thrive and protect the marine environment for future generations. Hull's RSPCA branch is raising funds for new dog kennels. 16 kennels need refurbishing, which will include improved drainage systems and heated floors. The centre has so far raised £200,000. They need £1 million. If they don't raise the rest, the centre could close. Alison Ripley, centre manager, says the centre offers life-changing help for dogs.
We need to raise £1 million in total. We've fortunately raised £200,000 so far, which is allowing us to renovate our cattery and to build a new ferret unit. Now, the kennels is the next big phase and probably the most expensive phase overall, because all the kennels need replacing. Unfortunately, the site's been here since 1938 and the kennels haven't really been revamped since that time. Some of them don't actually look too bad on the grand scheme of things, but underground the drainage is starting to collapse, and above ground the metalwork is not at its greatest either. Some of the kennels have drainage actually coming up into the kennels, so heavy rain means that we're actually getting a backlog through the kennels, which isn't ideal for the dogs. We're hoping to raise funds for 16 kennels in total, which will accommodate 2 dogs per kennel, and they are going to be state-of-the-art. Hopefully they're going to have underfloor heating, so it's going to be great for them. The problem with our dogs is that most of them need a great degree of rehabilitation, and like other kennels where they're taken from family homes, as are all the victims of cruelty, abuse, neglect and abandonment, so they need that little bit of extra care. We're actually doing a buy a brick campaign at the moment. We're asking £5 a brick. I know bricks don't actually cost £5, but obviously there's a lot more surrounding that, because obviously the foundations and things come into it. So if anyone wants to purchase one of our bricks, they can just go via Facebook, which is at RSPCA Hull. Join us on there and you can do your donation through that. Just email us in with your name and address and you can be added to our roll of honour that will be displayed in the new kennels. Or you can actually come in and visit the kennels, see exactly what we're trying to achieve. We've got some new plans all drawn up, ready and waiting for when we get the funds available.
More than £2 million in funding will be used to improve roads in North East Lincolnshire. The money from the local enterprise partnership will improve connections between the Port of Immingham, oil refineries and the road network. Upgrades will also be made to 2 industrial roads connecting the A180. A new pea processing plant has been unveiled near Driffield. The £20 million scheme in Kirkburn will process vining peas grown on the Yorkshire Wolds by Swaythorpe growers. They retail peas under the Yorkshire Peas brand. Planners say the investment would lead to growers securing better returns for their produce. 20 jobs will be created. Work on a flood alleviation scheme starts in Middle Raisin next month. The project will protect 51 homes in the village from flooding. An upgraded surface water drainage system will be created to deal with heavy rainfall. The work will start in mid-August and be completed by October. There will be road closures in place while the work is carried out. Now, the hunt is on for volunteers as part of an archaeological excavation in Lincoln. Network Archaeology is looking for 100 volunteers to gain experience of digging and metal detecting to uncover artefacts on the Grantham Street car park in Lincoln. The car park will be turned into students' accommodation. Any interesting or unique artefacts that are found will be on display at the Collection Museum in Lincoln. Work will start next month on the new Leisure, Library and Wellbeing Hub in Barton. The £2 million facility will see a purpose-built library and customer information area, specific facilities for health and wellbeing support and an internet cafe. The new centre aims to bring key services together under one roof. Sandra Simmons of North Lincolnshire Council explains why the hub was created.
I think for Barton it was an ideal opportunity. We'd got some funding that had come in, so we were combining that with the good facilities we've got here already. We wanted to give it an uplift, more opportunities for families to come together, longer opening hours, opportunities for future planning as well. It does help with staffing, it does help make the most of our resources. We combine the skills of our staff, we have that inter-exchange of staffing skills, so win-win for all really.
The feedback has been about transport because it's a little bit on the edge of the town, but we do have plans in place to bring the town bus up to here where it doesn't come now, and also we have a call connect service which people can ring up and order the bus will come to their house, pick them up, bring them up here or wherever they want to go, and obviously take them back again if they need to.
The North Lincolnshire Community Champion Awards recognise the unsung heroes of North Lincolnshire. The Mayor of North Lincolnshire, Councillor John Briggs, joins me now to tell me how people can nominate. Good evening, John. Welcome to the programme. Thank you very much indeed for coming in.
Thank you very much for inviting me in, and it's a real pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much. What are the Community Champion Awards, first of all?
Well, can I just say, North Lincolnshire is a great place to live, work and enjoy, and certainly the most important facet within North Lincolnshire is the people. And the question is that there are unsung heroes amongst those people. And how do we actually recognise that? Well, we do it in the way that we actually have organised now, and this is our 7th year, where we have an event in November which actually recognises and we celebrate their achievements. And what we're looking for, and why I'm so delighted to be here, is we're actually looking for nominations for people for this year.
There's around 23 award categories, isn't there?
There are.
Tell me about some of the categories, what people can nominate for.
Well, they go into 4 main categories. One is community, one is achievement, one is inspiration, and the other one is community. And within those, there are all sorts of subcategories which people can get involved in. And really, what I would like to ask you, and through your programme, is so that people can actually say, there is somebody who lives down the road. There is somebody who I'm aware of that is doing tremendous things. How can we put their name forward? Because we believe that they ought to be receive an award.
Worthy recipients.
That's right. Exactly the point. And from that aspect, I think it's important, therefore, that we can actually encourage people to come forward. In previous years, I mean, last year, for example, we had over 150 nominations, of which we then shortlist with our judging panel. And from that, we actually make a tremendous evening of it, which they will remember for the rest of their lives, we hope, and it recognises exactly what they're doing.
You're very passionate about the awards, which is great to see. Is it a difficult task whittling down those who make the final list?
It's almost an impossible task, Luke. I mean, everyone is a winner, in my opinion, that comes forward and has their name put forward by other people. When you think about it, and I was giving an example only the other day about an individual who might be a 14 or 15-year-old young person that is coming home from school, is actually looking after their parent, and they're having to do their homework, and then they're actually having to tend and tidy up and create and assist in whatever way they can. That sort of life actually needs recognition. Those people in those circumstances are not unusual. There are those people about, and we want to know who they are.
Absolutely. How can you find out who these people are? How can people nominate?
Well, the information is available on our website, which is www.northlinks.gov.uk. But also, go into any library or any of our one-stop shops in North Lincolnshire, you can pick up a little booklet which explains absolutely everything. And within it, one of the sections is how to nominate. And from there, you can nominate any person that you may think. Don't be shy, please, I'm saying to people. Please come forward. We want your nominations.
And the closing date is the 23rd of September, I believe.
The closing date's 30th of September.
30th of September.
And it's all then, we go through the judging process later on, and we obviously have the evening, which is November the 22nd at the Baths Hall, which is a real glitter evening for those people, and they thoroughly enjoy it. And we enjoy actually awarding it. One thing I'd like to say, though, we couldn't do this without our sponsors. And we have businesses coming forward continuously to saying, we think it's such a great idea and a great thing to recognise people. What can we do? Without them, it wouldn't go ahead, Luke. So I thank them.
Thank you, John. Who were some of the sponsors this year?
Well, we've got Yoten, who it is. We've got various... I mean, it's very difficult to actually pick out who they each want. Let me just say, without the sponsors, it would not work. I'm delighted, and please keep on coming forward to sponsors. I mean, another name that springs to mind is Brickcon, and there's a brand new one, Paul Fox, and so on and so forth. And now I'm going to get into trouble now because people...
great community event.
But everybody. And it is a tremendous event. And of course, the team that actually organises it, and we actually get involved immediately after the last one's finished.
John, sorry to cut you short. All the best. Thank you very much indeed.
Luke, thanks for allowing me to come in.
Thank you very much. Join me after the break and we'll have all the latest sports news and Jen Atkin on becoming Miss England. Welcome back, you're watching Estuary News. Still to come tonight, Fred has all the latest sports news and I'll be talking to Jen Atkin about her hopes on becoming Miss England. Volunteers are needed to help with this year's Hull Marathon. There are a variety of roles on offer across the fun run, relays and full marathon. The 26.2 mile run takes place on the 23rd of September. Those wanting to get involved can find out more via thehullmarathon.co.uk/volunteers. The organ donation team from Hull and East Yorkshire Hospital's NHS Trust will be at this weekend's Humber Street Sesh. They want people to sign the organ donor register to help save thousands of lives. As well as signing the register, people will be able to play Operation and look at a specially designed fire engine supporting the work of Hull's organ donation team. The organ donation team will be at the event on Saturday from 10:30 outside the Minerva pub. A series of events are taking place across the East Ridings to coincide with World Breastfeeding Week. One event is the Global Big Latch On, a breastfeeding activity which will take place at venues around the world. The Big Latch On will be held at Beverley's Flemingate, Princess Mary Promenade in Bridlington and the Lighthouse Gardens in Withensea on Friday from 10 a.m. This year, the goal is to break the current record of 17,992 children breastfeeding at 758 locations in 23 countries. World Breastfeeding Week runs from tomorrow until the 7th of August. RAF-themed bike rides are taking place across Lincoln next month. Led by Access Lincoln to coincide with the RAF 100 celebrations, the route goes along the Fossdyke Canal through fields and woods that once bordered RAF Skellingthorpe before ending at Doddington Hall. The rides will include facts on the Air Force to share how the RAF impacted Lincoln. Each ride begins at 11:30 a.m. every Wednesday until the 29th of August. They will depart from the Horse and Grim on Brayford Wharf in Lincoln. People living in Yorkshire are among the most sociable in the UK. That's according to a recent poll. A survey of 2,000 people in the UK found that 60% of respondents said they wanted to see more of their friends and family, the fourth highest percentage of any place in the UK. To compare, those living in London are the least sociable when it comes to visiting friends and family. 29% of Londoners said they would like to visit loved ones less. The research was conducted by the travel operator National Express. A North Lincolnshire woman has reached the Miss England final. Jen Atkin is with me now to tell me more. Good evening, Jen. Welcome to the programme. Thank you very much for coming in. Your tiara is fabulous.
Thank you.
How does it feel to be crowned Miss Scunthorpe?
It was an absolute honour to be able to represent where I'm from in such a big competition as Miss England, so I'm so honoured.
You was up against about 20,000 people, I believe, wasn't you?
Yeah, initially there's around 20,000 girls, and then they go to heats, which then go to semi-finals, and then to the finals, and I was lucky enough to make it through the semi-finals, and now I'm in the finals. I'm also now in the top 20 of the finals, thanks to to Resorts World in Birmingham for giving me the Miss Resorts World title, thanks to my publicity, so that was brilliant.
It sounds like it's a very hard task. Tell me what was involved with you getting through to the semi-finals last week, because you've passed stage 1 now, haven't you?
Yeah, so I made it through the semi-finals at Kelham Hall, and that was just doing loads of bits and bobs in the community. There was a charity round, there was an evening wear round, eco dress, so we had to make an eco dress, which could be from a charity shop or we could make it from recycled materials, and the theme was the past 4 decades, so that was great. I made a Diana dress, and there was different rounds, social media rounds and public voting rounds as well. The final is quite a bit different. There's a few more rounds to go in that as well, such as talent, a top model round, beach beauty round, and again the charity round, which is my favourite round, and I believe it's the heart of Miss England as well. So,
do you feel it's more than a beauty contest?
It absolutely is. There's so much more than just the looks. They're looking for a whole package. They're looking for someone charitable, someone who is a people person and wants to go out in the community and help others. They're looking for someone who is talented and just an all-rounder, really. So I'm really happy to be in the competition, and I'm so glad that it's changed to what it is now.
When will we find out, Jen, if you will be crowned ultimately Miss England?
So the finals are the 3rd and 4th of September at Kelham Hall, and the winner will be crowned on the 4th of September.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good luck. How would you encourage people to take part in these kind of contests?
Well, initially I was scouted last year whilst volunteering at Harbour Place Daycare Centre. So the charity side to me just came naturally. It was something I always wanted to do, and if anything, the Miss England contest just sort of supported me through that and sort of pushed me to do as much as I could in the community. So if anyone wanted to get involved, all they have to do is apply via the website, and it's an amazing organisation. I've come from just a normal background. I never would have expected to do anything like this, and I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for having that sort of charity edge on it. And I'm really, really proud to say that I'm part of the Miss England competition. So.
How confident do you feel about winning?
Well, there's 49 beautiful, talented and charitable other girls, so I'm not too sure. I'm pleased to be in the top 20, and I'm quite happy being in the top 20. Anything else is just a bonus for me, but I'm really just happy to be involved and to be, you know, pushing myself every day.
Great achievement if you do win. What would your hopes and aspirations be if you do become the winner?
Yeah, it'd be amazing if I could win. Well, really, after losing a lot of weight, I've actually lost 8 stone in weight, and I've undertaken a health and nutrition course. So for me, it would be, my first step would be really wanting to sort of push helping other people to lose weight for free, and it absolutely grinds on me the fact that people have to pay to go to slimming clubs and to learn how to lose weight, and it upsets me that people are so uneducated in health and in exercise. So my first point would be to go out into the community, help people lose weight for free, help people exercise, and for me that would be something I'm really passionate about, having done it myself. To see other people make the change I have with my help would just be incredible.
You're a very attractive girl.
Thank you very much.
Do we live in a very body-conscious world?
Absolutely. I think the world has been quite corrupted by the likes of the Kardashians and different programmes on the television, and it's such a shame to see the generation looking at girls like this and hoping to look like them. I want girls to be able to love themselves and be happy in their own bodies. As a size 12 girl myself, I'm not the smallest girl in the competition, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of how far I've come. Absolutely. And I want to show girls you can be a size 12, you can be a size 14, a size 20, and you can still be successful.
Any of our viewers watching, how can they help support your cause and get you that title of becoming Miss England?
Well, you can help in 2 ways, really. You can donate to my Just Giving page, which is Jennifer Atkin -5, or you can text vote in for me. If you just text Miss England 22 to 63333, the texts are 50p, and it will be 1 vote for me, so hopefully one little more step closer to my dream.
Jen, I wish you all the best. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much.
Now here's Fred with all the sports news.
Hull City scored a 2-0 victory against Northover United last night, rounding off their pre-season campaign. Second half goals from Fraser Campbell and Elliot Holmes secured the win. The first half, however, was utterly goalless. Adam Curry and John Terrell were both denied the crossbar. And tickets for the Tigers' first away trip for this season are now on sale. They take on Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough on the 11th of August. Tickets range from £5 for under 5s to £39 for adults. Tickets can be bought online until 2 p.m. on Wednesday, the 8th of August. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. Grimsby Town boss Michael Jolly is preparing for his first full season since taking over from Russell Slade earlier this year. The Mariners' first game of the season will see them taking on non-league rivals Forest Green Rovers this Saturday. Charles Burnham is the most recent of the Mariners' newest recruits, who joined the Mariners permanently last week. Jake Hessenthaler and John Welsh are other new members. It will be a home game and kick-off is at 3 p.m. Lincoln City begin their Sky Bet League 2 campaign this coming Saturday. The Imps go up against Northampton Town at the PTS Academy Stadium. The Imps haven't played against Northampton since January 2011. Of the 5 games the two teams have played together, the Imps haven't won any. Tickets for that game go on sale tomorrow evening. Kick-off for that game is, you guessed it, at 3 p.m. Ahead of the game, new signing Harry Toffolo has been waxing lyrical about his decision to join the Imps. The summer signing has had spells at Norwich, Swindon, Rotherham, Peterborough, Scunthorpe and Doncaster, playing in Championship and League One games. He says it feels like the perfect move and that Lincoln is somewhere he can settle and call home. Lincoln United play their pre-season friendly against Worksop Town tonight. That game takes place at the King of Soho Stadium. Kick-off for that game is at 7:30 p.m. And that's all for today's sport. Back to Luke in the studio.
Thank you very much, Fred. That's it for tonight. My thanks to Jen and Councillor Briggs for joining me on the sofa. If you have a news story, then please visit our Facebook or Twitter pages. Details on the screen as I speak. Email news@estuary.tv or phone the Grimsby News Desk 01472 31553. Write to us at the usual address, Estuary TV, Nuns Corner, Laceby Road, Grimsby, North East Lincolnshire, DN345BQ. Until tomorrow, from all of us on the team, good night.